Rovers.
How great the robe of liberation, a formless field of merit, wrapping ourselves in Buddha's teaching we free all living beings. And though I thus liberate countless beings, not a single being is liberated.
Incense chat.
Precepts incense, liberation of youths incense, cloud of lighted incense pouring into the Dharma realms, offering to the highest teachers of the 10 directions, I respectfully bow to the altar of the incense cloud. Bodhisattva.
Wisdom dedication.
We dedicate this time and place to the 3 jewels, to
the Buddha, the ideal of enlightenment to which we aspire, to the Dharma, the path of the teaching that we follow, to the Sangha, the spiritual fellowship with one another that we enjoy. Here may no idle word be spoken. Here may no unquiet thoughts disturb our minds.
To the observance of the 5 precepts,
we dedicate this place.
To the practice of meditation,
we dedicate this place.
To the ripening of wisdom,
we dedicate this place.
To the joy of awakening,
we dedicate this place.
Though in the world outside there is strife,
here may there be peace.
Though in the world outside there is hate,
here may there be joy.
Here seated, here practicing,
may our minds become Buddha, may our thoughts become Dharma, may our speech together become Sangha, for the happiness of all beings, for the benefit of all beings. With body, speech, and mind, we dedicate this place. Chant of compassion. We surround all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Especially do we send out compassionate thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to all who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet stand close to the great change called death. We send forth all wisdom, mercy, and love. May the infinite light, wisdom, and compassion so shine within us that the errors and vanities of self may be dispelled. So shall we understand the changing nature of existence and awaken into spiritual peace. The refuges.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Sangha. The five precepts.
I take up the practice of not harming living beings.
I take up the practice of not harming living beings.
I will not take what is not offered.
I will not take what is not offered.
I will not misuse sexuality or sensuality.
I will not misuse sexuality or sensuality.
I will practice gentle, truthful speech.
I will practice gentle, truthful speech.
I will not deal in nor misuse intoxicants.
I will not deal in nor misuse intoxicants. The Buddha Sarangamagata. True nature is free from all phenomena which are illusions by causes created. Phenomena neither rise nor fall, but all phenomena are flowers in the sky. The unreal reveals the real, but both are but illusions, since there is nothing real nor unreal. How can there be a subject and an object? For between the two there is no true nature, like a point where two rush bundles meet when set upright, tying and saintly and the worldly are not to all consider underlying nature at the point of meeting, where both is and is not, cannot be. If you disregard it, you are in delusion. If you awaken to it, you are free at once. 6 knots are untied one after the other. When 6 are undone, one vanishes as well. Choose a sense organ that is all penetrating to enter the holy stream and attain Bodhi. Old habits flow like torrents in a subtle consciousness. Sense the real yet unreal can create confusion. I have refrained from revealing it to you. If mine be set on searching for the mind, that which at heart is not illusion becomes illusory. If you stop all grasping, then there is nothing real. If what is not illusion ceases to arise, where can illusion be? This is the profound lotus Dharma, the precious Bodhi of the royal gem, the samadhi of seeing all things as illusion, which in a finger snap leads to the state beyond all study. The unsurpassed doctrine was followed by all Bhagavats in all directions on the one path that to Nirvana leads.
When we think of a good day, most of us might think of productivity, getting things done, checking things off of our list, making progress. We might think of a day that's relaxing and peaceful and you don't have to worry about anything. And I think that a commonality, a common thread that we all have in this ideal day is feeling. We have the energy to do the things we want to do. We aren't having any illness. We're not tired. We're not upset, sad, angry. And I think that, satisfaction and peace are often involved in this idyllic view. Our best days are our most satisfying. And I think that it's easy to take this practice and apply it to those idyllic situations. I have the energy to practice. I have the desire to want to pursue this. I can do it right now. And I think that that reveals a couple of things. It reveals that it's a choice. It's a choice to practice. It's a choice to have peace. It's a choice to be satisfied. And it's also a choice to be unsatisfied. It's a choice to be upset. Really, satisfaction, when you boil it down, is when the things that you experience measure up to at least your expectations for how they should have went, how they should be experienced. Like maybe the kitchen being cleaned before you go to bed. Maybe not being hungry. Not being tired. Having the energy. It's a comparison. And when we look at things like satisfaction, it starts before you feel satisfaction. It starts with the thinking that things should be different than what they are now. That, the dishes need to be cleaned before bed. It starts with, the meal has to taste good. It starts with expectations that we set for ourselves. When we expect all of our ducks to be in a row, and then they are, that is very pleasant. And the danger in that is most of us mistake that for our well-being. It's like allowing yourself to be dragged around. you're choosing to put your well-being on to an external. And in that, it becomes a dependency. So this idea that things need to be a certain way in order for it to be a good day, for you to have peace, for you to be able to practice Supreme Bodhi, is an illusion. Because if the factors need to be right for you to have peace, for you to experience Supreme Bodhi, then there's a misunderstanding in practice. And I think that a lot of us can relate to this in our own relationships with each other. It can be the most difficult and the most rewarding form of satisfaction is communicating, understanding one another. And I think that's the easiest place to see if you have a weak point or if you're making progress, is if you can go through your day with the people that you love or people that you don't love, with people around you, without basing your satisfaction, without basing your peace on that interaction. And that really is the choice part. The choice part is you're making an effort to identify and to stop the thinking associated with this needs to be a certain way. And it becomes easier as we go along, as this practice always does, when we pinpoint these things and we really work on them. It becomes easier. And I think that it's good to reflect on, I don't have to let this control me. I can take a step back if I need to. I can choose to practice even when it's difficult. Even in the midst of the dissatisfaction. And I think that if we all work on that, work on applying the practice in the tough times, it's much more expedient than only practicing when you're already at ease. It's kind of like this, the idea that we talk about where conditions shouldn't need to be a certain way in order to sit and meditate. You shouldn't need a cushion. You shouldn't need to be in a zendo. You should be able to take this practice with you everywhere you go. So look at it. Look at good days versus bad days. Look at your dependency on satisfaction, because we all have a dependency on satisfaction until we wipe it out with the practice. And I encourage you to go after it because it's one of the most expedient things to go after. It's knit through a lot of our sufferings in this life, is that need for satisfaction, is that dependency on those externals. And that will conclude my Dharma talk for today.
Closing gata. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly and opportunity is lost. Each of us should strive to awaken. Awaken, take heed, do not squander your life. Offering of merit. May the merit of this penetrate into each thing in all places, so that we and every sentient being together can realize the Buddha's way. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, experience supreme Bodhi.